Michael, first of all, welcome to Stoke City.
Thank you.
Just sum up your emotions having been appointed the new manager of the football club.
I'm delighted to get the opportunity. First of all, having been here just this morning and arriving last night, I know about the club's history, I know about the club, but the facilities are fantastic, and having had the chance to meet the players and work with the players today, for me, it's a great opportunity.
What's the main thing that attracted you to the football club?
I think first of all, the club ownership is very important because the stability that John and Peter Coates give to the club, and that's an important thing for me. You know the people that you're working with and working for, which is very important. The size of the club and the fact that the club, has, whilst it's not in its strongest position at this minute in time, it had previously spent 10 years in the Premier League. So I think in this day and age, as a British coach, you typically have to manage your team into the Premier League, and this is a club that I think certainly has the potential to go back to that type of level, albeit at the minute our immediate obviously situation is about making sure that we climb up the Championship table.
You've obviously been an international manager for 8 years. Was there always a burning desire to return to club football eventually? Yeah,
there was, and I've had opportunities in that period that haven't come to fruition, and opportunities that I've decided that weren't right for me based on the circumstances. So when this opportunity came, I felt it was the right time in my career to go back into club football. Again, the people that have brought me to this club and gone that extra little bit to bring this club, it was very important for me, that side of things as well. And ultimately just looking at the whole infrastructure, the passion that the supporters have for this club, the quality of the playing staff as well. I think there's a lot of good players at this club, and hopefully it's just a case of steering everything and getting us going in the right direction.
Given where the club are at the moment in terms of league, it's a challenge, but you don't seem to be fazed by that at all.
No, I don't. I think as an international manager of a small nation like Northern Ireland, you're used to having to sort of punch above your weight. So over those 8 years, we've had quite a successful period for a nation of our size. So that was a massive challenge with quite limited resource at times. Here, obviously, the resources is not limited whatsoever. The facilities, as I touched on, are fantastic. So everything's here to build a top-class football club. I think we have to get everyone sort of aligned to that. We get everyone thinking in the same way. And as I say, the challenge is massive because of where the team is at this minute in time. But we have to address that, and we have to start addressing that tomorrow at Barnsley.
There's obviously a talented squad here, but they're struggling at the moment. How do you look to get the best out of them?
I think a number of things. I think we need to probably put a little bit of structure on the team, find the right system of play for the players that we have. You're right, we have a lot of players who have a lot of international and Premier League experience, but the Championship is a different animal, it's a different challenge, so those players have to adapt to that as well. And I just think it's about building that togetherness in the squad. The squad's very big actually, and sometimes that can be a little bit more difficult to do that because players are disappointed when they don't play. But we have to try and maximise what we have, the talent that we have in the building here, get everyone hopefully playing to the level that they're capable of. And if we do that, obviously, then the club can only go in one direction.
What sort of qualities do you look for from your sides?
I like to play with high intensity. Press the game when the opportunity is there on the opposition, but equally try and dominate possession of the ball as well. The Championship is a little bit more difficult in that league to have that level of dominance, but the priority is to get points on the board first of all, and we'll do that by whatever means possible. And then over time, then we'll develop a style for the team, find the right players that will fit that style, and obviously find the right players that are capable of playing for a club of this stature. I do think there's an expectation here as well, which is good. So players who come to this club or are currently at this club have to meet that expectation, and we want to obviously put that into the chemistry of the team and into the chemistry of the individuals as well.
During your time in Northern Ireland, you were famed for creating a family atmosphere, and players were looking forward to representing the country. You must be looking to replicate that here.
Yeah, very much so. It's a big club, but it's clearly a family club from the ownership down. And it's important that we create something where it's a good place for people to come to work. It's a good place for players. It's a good place for staff. and that we maximise this magnificent facility that we have. So that there's a lot of, I suppose, my management involved in that. But the players that have a responsibility as well to create that atmosphere within the building as well. And certainly from what I've seen this morning, I think we have a good group of lads, but we just have to get a bit more out of them, get a little bit of confidence in them, and start getting results.
You mentioned that you've taken training this morning and you'll be in the dugout tomorrow. It shows that you're eager to get going and hopefully to make an immediate impact.
Yeah, I felt that I possibly could have came and let the lads who had the backroom staff that were currently in place take the game as they did Monday night, but I think it's too important a game to do that. So with their help, in a very limited period of time, obviously just this morning, we got some ideas across to the players how we intend to play. Looked at a couple of options. It's my first chance to see the boys from in the flesh and see them and get some indication of their character as well. But it was a positive morning for me. I saw a lot of quality. And as I say, it's just a case of, I suppose, harnessing that and making sure that we build a team, we build a structure that gets the maximum out of the players and the talent that they have.
In terms of this season, surely the focus must entirely be on retaining in the league status.
Yeah, I think it has to be when we're 15 games in and we're that says our 14 games in rather, and where we are now in the league. We must not think that it'll just happen, that we've got plenty of time. There is a level for me of urgency, because you must address these situations, you must address the slide that you're in as early as possible, and we have the opportunity to do that tomorrow at Barnsley. And so I think it is important that I'm more hands-on than as a bystander and looking in. So it was important to get my hands dirty with the players today and let them know the significance of the game tomorrow.